Hello, good evening, y'all. We are having lovely weather. It was kind of a warm day here, but we are having lovely weather this evening. And it's got me thinking about the change of seasons, and it's got me thinking about things that grow in the summertime or move towards the summertime, even though we're still not quite out of April. So I wanted to share with you some of the gardening. We've started at my house. We've started building these little planters and putting in little plants. Some of the plants are doing better than others, but we are working on trying to develop. This one doesn't have anything in it yet because there's a bunch of seeds in my kitchen and little windows around. We're going to try to grow things so that during the summer we have the opportunity to have fresh vegetables. And likewise, we can see at a different part of the yard, we have these fruit trees. Over there is a cherry tree and an apple tree, and back or behind the cherry tree is an apricot tree. And so we have the opportunity in this little space in the world that right here in our very own yard, we can do fruits and vegetables just by going out in the yard. And that's really a blessing, one of the blessings of being here. So as we think about those things and about planting and watering and seasons, I wanted to talk a minute about that process and about seeds and about growth. And so I think that it has a lot of relevance for where we're at today and what it feels like in this moment. You know, for a seed to grow into a plant, it literally has to break open. Something has to be destroyed in order for another thing to grow. So when you plant the seed in the soil, or even if you're just hanging in the window and doing some things with a little bit of water, you can watch it break open and then something grows. But if you plant it in the ground and then it grows through, it literally has to push through the dirt. The plant has to push through the dirt. So you break it open, it pushes through the dirt, pushes up through the ground, and only then does it start to see sunlight and begin to grow stronger. And then with just a little bit of water and sunlight, then all of a sudden miraculous things can happen. But it just started as this little tiny seed, and it had to go through all this drama to get to be a plant, and then grow into its maturation and produce fruit that other people could enjoy, and seeds for other people to plant that become trees and fruit and different things. I think that's relevant for where we're at right now, because a lot of us are having to break open out of old patterns and old habits in order for something new to grow. If we just stay in the old stuff, we stay as like we were a seed of something that came before, like the fruit were the seeds of the fruit of the previous generations. Then we can stay a seed and we don't then give something to the next generation, or we can go through this process of breaking open and sometimes digging through the dirt and the crap and the mess of the soil in order to get to the sunlight. And I think that some of us feel like we're doing that right now. That COVID and this moment, this crisis moment in time, has sort of broken us open. It's broken us of old patterns. It's broken us of old habits. It's broken us of different things that have happened to us. And in order for us then to grow and to do something different, we have to work through our stuff. We have to work through the muck. We have to break through the ground. And then we have to grow into what we're going to be and how we're going to flower and how we're going to succeed as we grow towards the light in our own right. So whatever seeds God has planted in you from the past, seeds of habits that you had before, seeds of community in the ways that you understood it, seeds of what your other patterns were, seeds of what your parents and grandparents and whatever did, those helped make you into that beginning seed for this moment. But in this moment, in order for you to grow into what God is developing in you, you've got to break it open and push through and create something new. I am encouraging you to please consider what it is that can help you to have the fortitude, the faith, and the trust to break through the things that have been in the past in order for you to really blossom and flourish and grow and then be a fruitful blessing to others in the future. And that's really my message for us today. Looking at all these things we're planting in our gardens, thinking about the process, how can we nurture not just the gardens in our yards, but our own selves, our own growth process, so that even when we have to break other things open and push through a few things, that at the end of the day, we come out flowering, fruitful, and with a bountiful harvest of light, love, and hope. God bless you as you work on your own journey in that. And my prayers and love are with you. Bye-bye.